Man. So in today's video, we got to talk about Stephen A. Smith going on another podcast yet again to talk about LeBron James. This time, Stephen A. Smith went to Carmelo Anthony's podcast. Just the other day, he was on Ryan Clark's Pivot podcast, sitting here trying to talk about racial stuff with LeBron James, talking about, oh, LeBron James don't go at white boys, so why is he going at me?
You know, you bring up LeBron. You ever see LeBron go at a white boy? It's called what it is. You ever see him do that? You ever see you saw him come at me?
Why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
Okay.
Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am.
Read that you got into a name-calling situation with the president?
No. A name calling. What'd I say? Let me hear you say it.
Called him a bum.
It's not a name call. It's nice. You bum.
So again, man, you know, Stephen A. Smith pulled a race car on LeBron James, and it's like, yo, I see what this guy is doing. He's just constantly trying to change the narrative because now he's on another podcast, Carmelo Anthony's podcast, talking about LeBron James. And then this time he's trying to change the narrative of how LeBron James confronted him. Now it's, oh, why is LeBron trying to make it seem like I attack people's families? He does stuff like this because, you know, people's not going to be able to point out, okay, does Stephen A. Smith attack people's families? No. What you do is attack black players, and we can pull out decades history of that. But no, Stephen A. Smith is not going to say that, right? But no, he's trying to spin it like LeBron James is the bad guy in this situation because we know LeBron James get a lot of heat online, right? So Stephen A. Smith knows that, and he's trying to take full advantage of this to try to clean up his image because we know he's been under fire recently when it comes to the Jasmine Crockett and political stuff that's going on right now. So now he's trying to clean up his algorithm, in my opinion, because everybody was on his head with that Jasmine Crockett thing where a lot of people were starting to call him out, a lot of black celebrities. And I just kept seeing a lot of things of people calling out Stephen A. A lot of black political podcasts was calling out Stephen A. Smith as well. So why is Stephen A. Smith not on Fox News like he normally does and all of these other white platforms? Why is he not on those platforms? As a matter of fact, he has multiple platforms of his own to talk about this stuff, but he knows it's not going to look good right now and it's going to hurt his algorithm. So now he has to go on these platforms like the Pivot podcast, like Carmelo Anthony's podcast, and I'm pretty sure he has a full tour run lined up. So why is he talking about LeBron? You have to ask that question because nothing new happened, right? He should have already said everything he needs to say about LeBron James. He talked about the situation on First Take multiple times. He responded to LeBron James on ESPN First Take multiple times. Also talked about it on his podcast multiple times. Not to mention at that time when LeBron James checked him, he went on the full tour run talking about it. He went on Fox News. He went on Gil's Arena platform, not once but twice, talking about LeBron James. So now it's like, yo, why is he talking about LeBron James again? So let me show you guys this clip of him on Carmelo Anthony's podcast, trashing LeBron James. Let's check out this clip right here.
Let me get to LeBron. I don't like his not a little bit. You do not understand the links this man would go to. This dates back more than a decade. I believe he's one way publicly, he's another way privately. You know, he might not be interviewed and he might not be quoted, but the things he says and the things he has said to people, it's gotten back to me. The things that he's tried to do, if it were up to him, I wouldn't be where I am today. It's some low. The day that he rolled up on me courtside, it was the day my contract was announced, that I had stayed with ESPN. Go back and look at the camera angles. I arrived there in the first quarter. He rolled up on me in the third quarter. This is 2025. We got technology everywhere. TNT is a nationally televised game. How is it we got one angle and the only angle you see was of him and his face, but you see the back of my peanut head? I know this, but I know a thing or two about camera angles. I determine them half the time.
Yep.
Do this angle, do that angle. This is my business.
I ask you straight up, do you think you felt set up in that moment?
Damn right I did.
You thought he had somebody out there?
Damn right that did. Okay. Damn right. That's how I feel.
Okay.
But no big deal. No problem. Because I go on the air the next day and I'm like, that's a dad reacting to his son. Happens on a Thursday. That's a Friday. That's Saturday. Richard Jefferson is doing the game in Boston. He's still mic'd. He's working for ESPN. And we see LeBron say to him, yo, man, when he said, as a father, I had it. So I'm thinking, oh, that's not about Bronny, that's about you. Okay, let's talk about you as a father from this perspective. Oh, he ends up getting drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. Congratulations, no problem. Oh, he ends up being there opening night, that father-son moment with Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. in attendance. I was there at the game, standing up clapping, no problem. It became a problem when this brother was in the G League, and then the next day, J.J. Redick decides to bring him in the first quarter and ask him to guard Tyrese Maxey. If you could literally feel or see somebody drooling at the mouth, give me the ball. That was Tyrese Maxey. It was a nightmare. And I'm like, you can't do that to him. But you also can't do that to us. We're the media. Now you asking us not to cover the game. The last straw was not him rolling up on me on courtside. If you sat up there and said, yo, LeBron pissed off, he needs to talk to you man to man, and I was in New York, what would I do? I'd be on the next plane to L.A. And then you gonna turn around and come on ESPN with Pat McAfee? You gonna come on my channel on a show that comes on after me just to dog me? Nah. And what you dogging me about? Be a man. Yo, I don't like him either. Cool. Nah, I have to protect my family. That's the narrative you playing? Yo, bro, when I tell y'all, you can't measure the level of how pissed off I have been over that. There is no level of disrespect that has ever been accorded to me in my life more so than what he did. To try to paint me as somebody who would attack somebody's family, knowing I've never done it, I can't tell you how offensive I find that.
Oh yeah, man, that's Stephen A. Smith doing another full tour run, talking about LeBron James. And at some point, people need to really just start to just, even if you hate LeBron and if you don't like LeBron or whatever, you just need to really just point the finger at Stephen A. Smith and be like, yo, why are you doing this? And I think it has to do with something political, in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to fully break that down. Maybe in another video, if he continues to talk about LeBron James, and I can put two and two together politically why Stephen A. Smith is calling out LeBron James, because it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up, especially when we know that right now he's under fire for other things, and it doesn't have anything to do with sports, and it definitely doesn't have to do anything with LeBron James. Yet we can see Stephen A. Smith is using LeBron James as his Uno reverse card. So everything that everybody was saying about Stephen A., he's like, yo, let me go on these other podcasts and say these things about LeBron James, and then these platforms is going to do what they do everywhere on social media, where everybody who was talking about me, it's going to be me talking about LeBron James using the same keywords, get that stuff out there, man. Because remember, Steven Jackson was the one who said Stephen A. Smith doesn't have the same tune with white people than he does have with black people, right? And then here comes Stephen A. Smith going on Ryan Clark's Pivot podcast saying, oh, LeBron James, you don't see him going at white boys like this. And it's like, bro, come on, man. Stack 5 said that about you days before you even went on a Pivot podcast.
You get loud and all in your feelings about Bron. When Bron, he talking to a black billionaire, but when he talking to a white billionaire, you humble. And you come back on your show talking real respectful, mild manner, man. Hey, bro, listen, bro. And you dogging the black women. Like, bro, let's stay out of politics and stick to talking about sports you never played. All right? Just stick to doing that, bro. We not going to vote for you if you talk. I heard you talking about running. You don't do that, bro. We not going to vote for you. No. We're not. But check this out, bro. Stop, bro, okay? You do not have the same energy for other people, but you got a lot of energy for Bron and black women and everybody else. Well, stop it.
But so it's like, all right, man, I see right through Stephen A. Smith, man. I just want to give you guys the videos. So I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that like button if you make this far in the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.